More renters than ever, meantime, are struggling with housing costs, according to a new study from figures from the Department of Housing and Urban Development.
A study that authors say they don't see a lot of improvement in the coastal bend near term. Our Brian Burns joins us now to tell us how the numbers break down. Brian?
Well, Leslie, Rudy, 52% of the nation's renters are cost burdened. That means they spend more than the recommended 30% of their income on housing. One local home financing expert sums it all up for us.
It's definitely a struggle, and the reason why they're struggling more is because it's not a a hidden secret that rates are higher. So let me just give you an example. 3 years ago, somebody buying a $200,000 house was paying $1,400 versus right now they're paying $1,800 to $1,900 a month.
Local mortgage specialist Claudia Motogassi says home buyers are finding out that it may be more cost effective to buy a home rather than rent.
In the Corpus Christi metro, rents are basically unchanged from 1 year ago. But if we look over a longer horizon over the past few years, we've definitely seen an increase. And so there has been certainly a worsening of affordability.
Chris Salviati with San Francisco-based Apartment List says there has been some relief in the past 12 months.
I think that's moderated a little bit in the past year or so.
Here in Corpus Christi, about 53% of renters are paying less than 30% for housing. However, 22% of households pay up to 50% or more of their income for housing. But city officials say there are ways to help affordability in the long term.
Increasing educational attainment to recruit better jobs. I think it is continuing flood control projects to bring houses out of the floodplain so homeowners insurance gets better. I think it is this community continuing to fight against property insurance rate hikes for windstorm.
But Salviati believes the rents may be creeping up again as we start hitting more peak tourist times.
This time of year actually is usually sort of the low point for rental market activity. And then once we get into the new year, things start to pick back up. And especially in markets that have it.
Now, experts say ways to lower your housing costs now might include looking for something substandard, bringing friends or family members in to share rent, or even waiting until there's a change in rates and looking for something that might be a little more affordable. Rudy, Leslie?
In the meantime, we wait. All right, thank you very much for that, Brian.